What do you think about rats? And what do you think about mice? Any other things you'd like to comment on?
I just can't think.
What is your thoughts about rats?
I think sometimes they're cute, sometimes they can be really ugly, but I've not really thought about them.
What are your thoughts about mice?
Mice are cuter than rats.
Why are mice cuter than rats?
I guess because they're smaller and more petite, and yeah,
Why are some rats ugly and some not?
because some are wrinkly.
Do you not like wrinkles?
I don't know. I guess, yeah, it's just wrinkly rats.
If it was a smooth rat, would it change your mind?
Perhaps, yeah. If it was, I mean, you get, rats have hair, right? You get like,
Some rats.
I guess the rats with hair are cuter than the non-hairy rats. But like if I had a pet rat and it was wrinkly, I'd still love it because it would be my pet. It'd be my pet rat. Yeah, I don't really have too many strong opinions about rats.
What do you think about rats?
I think they get a bad press. I think they are part of a community. They work together. They don't eat each other. They don't do nasty things to each other, but they live in sewers, which can't be a particularly nice place. But actually, I think they're okay. They're not out to get us. There have been some books, like 1984, that obviously portrayed a rat in a really offensive way. But no, actually, I like rats. They're a bit like gerbils. We used to have gerbils at school. I like the gerbils. So, yeah, I'm all for rats.
And then what do you think about mice?
Well, mice are cute. You know, they don't really have much of a say about anything. I think rats are a bit more opinionated, personally. Yeah, mice are cute. But actually, I don't actually have an opinion about a mouse, whereas I potentially have an opinion about a rat.
Do you think mice are boring then, because they haven't got much going on for them compared to rats?
I would absolutely agree with that, yeah. Yeah.
Would you prefer to have a mouse or a rat staying in your home, and why?
Well, I think you know the answer to that, but it would definitely be a rat. I have no issues with them, so they're like a gerbil, and I would happily have it running around my home. It would freak everyone else out, but actually I'd befriend it. I think they're quite social, so I think it would probably interact with me in some way, whereas I don't think a mouse would. Maybe that's an idea.
Have you always had these thoughts about rats?
To be honest, I've never articulated it. I've never thought about it. But the moment you got me to draw one, obviously you know what I did. I did a ladder over a drain. So my rat was obviously escaping the sewer and was on the surface and obviously had got a tool to be able to get it over the drain. And that was maybe my representation of me actually valuing them a bit more than the next person. So yeah, I definitely have one without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, not a mouse.
Did you like the film Ratatouille?
Yeah, it's cute. Yeah, it's good.
If you watched Ratatouille but it was a mouse, not a rat, would you feel the same?
Oh, that's a tough question. Oh, I don't think I would, because I didn't realise I have an association with rats, but obviously I do because of the gerbils at school. I suppose that's probably where it stems from, that we didn't fear the gerbils and we could take those home in the summer holiday. So, and I never got a chance, so maybe that's something I should have done. Anyway, yeah, no, I would feel differently.
What do you think about rats?
It reminds me of the song or the rhythm, and it's like rats rats, the crazy room of rats, that room, it reminds me of that rhyme. That's what I come to think of. Or I come to think of, like, when I saw them in my old house in the garden, they're just like, oh, it reminds me of Remy. It reminds me of Remy the rat from Ratatouille.
And what do you think about mice?
About what?
What do you think about mice?
Mice are cute. They're just really small, and they're very scared. Because I remember in our old house, at home, actually no, I still live there, we had mice when we moved in, and they were really scared.
With rats, you gave examples of pop culture, but you didn't tell us your opinion. What do you think about rats? Would you personally invite one into your home?
I probably wouldn't invite one in because they're known to have diseases, and I just don't really want a disease. But if I saw one in the street, to be honest, I'd probably be like, oh, I'd be like, oh my god, that's so cool. But I wouldn't have one in my house because of the diseases.
In my left pocket, I have a rat, and in my right pocket, I have a mouse. Which one do you want to move in as your roommate?
The mouse.
Why the mouse?
Because I don't think if they do have diseases, it's not as bad as rats.
What do you think about rats?
I do not like them. I think they're disgusting. I mean, I've seen one in person when I was in Paris, and it was like a ginormous fat rat that was just finding food in the bins, and it was just disgusting. It gave me the creeps, gave me goosebumps. Yeah, I don't like it.
And what do you think about mice?
I actually think they're kind of adorable, but if they're in a cage, if they're running around in my house, then no, I don't like it. But I wouldn't never pick one up either, so I'm 50-50. I think they're cute, but I just won't go near it. And if they don't go near me, then it's fine.
If you were walking down a street like Durham Road, and on one side of the road was a rat, and on the other side was a mouse, which side would you want to walk on?
Mice, definitely mice.
Why?
Like I said, I like them more than rats. I think they're more adorable on the adorable side than a rat. So I'd rather walk with a rat. I mean a mice, sorry. I'd rather walk with mice.
What do you think about rats?
I don't really see rats a lot. Something that first comes to mind is that I'm from the Isle of Man, and on the Isle of Man, you can't say rats. It's bad luck. Or the fairies will get you or something. So you have to say RAT or longtail, which was really weird coming to uni because I had never said rat before. So saying it was weird. And if you say rat, then you have to whistle to reverse the curse. Which I ask anyone from the Isle of Man and they'll not say it. So I think because of that that burden that comes with the word, I would say that probably does affect my view of how I kind of see rats and how I feel about them. But I think they're quite cute when you get to know them.
And what do you think about mice?
Mice, when someone says mice, I just think of a cute little guy. I want to hold him in my hands, and I want to feed him some cheese, and I want to give him the best possible life that he can have. I will probably make sure no one steps on him. Probably want to make sure that he's safe. If I could, I'd give him a little house, a little laptop so he can watch Netflix, and a little mouse phone to call his mouse friends. And I would just generally look after him. A little mouse bed, infinite cheese. As long as he's safe and warm, that's all I really care about.
Thank you very much. If I had in the kitchen a meal created by a rat and a meal created by a mouse, which one are you eating and why?
Sorry, rat, but I would want the mouse meal. Mice just sound cuter and less diseased. Would like to avoid the disease. But I would want to... Maybe I would have a spoon of the rat's meal to just give it a taste. Was Remy a rat or a mouse? Yeah, it was a rat.
Remy was a rat.
Oh, then that kind of makes me want to reconsider. maybe he's a good cook, maybe not. I would want to know what culinary school the mouse went to, what seasonings he had. It also depends if he asked me if I had any allergies before I started consuming the meal, because if someone asks if I have any allergies, even though I don't, it just makes me generally feel a lot safer. So I would say genuinely it's a situational decision and it depends on many factors.
What do you think about rats?
I think they're pretty cool. I think they have a cool ecosystem, mainly because of Ratatouille. But I think that people don't give them the respect that they deserve, to be honest. I think they're pretty funky guys, and yeah.
And what do you think about mice?
Hate them. No, I'm joking. I think mice are misunderstood as well. I think from like a kind of design perspective, and they're pretty cool, agile, fast, well built for their environment. So I think they're pretty sound as well.
Would you rather let a mouse or a rat in your house?
I think media's perception has shown me that rats would be more hospitable because more people have rats as pets than mice. I think mice would kind of get into everything, chew everything up, whereas I think rats can be domesticated a bit more. They seem more docile when trained.
Do you only like domesticated rats? Or do you don't really care? Do you not have a preference?
I think I'd have to get to know them both on a deeper level to understand that. But I think both are good. I don't think I have a preference.
In my left pocket, I have a domesticated rat. And in my right pocket, I have a feral rat. Which one are you picking and why?
I think I'd have to pick the domesticated rat because feral sounds a bit too violent, and I'm worried that I might get bitten. But I think if he's domesticated, I'm looking at your pocket now, but I think he'd be less inclined to bite me, so I'd choose the domesticated rat.
Do you trust that the domesticated one is not the feral one, and that you have not been tricked?
I think the domesticated rat would show better signs of restraint, and so I think that by looking at the two side by side, I could probably determine what the domesticated rat is and which one is the feral rat.
Well, the joke's on you. I don't have pockets, but thank you very much.